Well, you gotta. Hey, what is up, everybody? Tonight we got an amazing show, the Skunk Ape. It's gonna be great. Let's get it talking, Skunk Ape. What's up, everybody? This is your boy Vinny MG, friend Mr. Phoenix, and we are the Minii Vinny Show. Hello, everybody. This is your boy Minii Vinny. I'd like to introduce my good friend Mr. Phoenix.
What's up? What's up? Let's reverse this here and put you on the left.
All right. So today we are talking about the Skunk Ape.
Oh man, whoo!
Yeah.
So what do you got about the skunk ape? I know he's here in Florida where I'm at, and we have
some videos on him, but what do you know about the Skunk Ape? You're the Florida man.
Well, he was especially in the Everglades. That's the biggest area that was going on. One of the things that the Seminoles, Seminole Indians, when they very first spotted him, they decided to call him. I'm going to probably chop this up, and I'm really sorry about that, people. But Estai Kapakaki, and last that I knew of, what I remembered was it meant big hairy man. So that's kind of interesting. It's been reported to be 6 to 8 feet tall, bipedal, and covered in dark, shaggy hair. Can you imagine that? Having all that freaking hair?
Yeah. I really would love that.
One of the biggest things that gets different between the skunk ape, which is basically Florida's Bigfoot, but not Bigfoot, because the difference between it is his odor. It's considered its most distinctive trait, and it makes encounters unforgettable. So if you start smelling rotten eggs or garbage, you are literally getting close to maybe having a skunk ape.
Yep. And also know that there are 3 men in Florida that are famous for walking around in the Everglades at least once every week or once every day. And that's amazing. That's dedication there. Just to get a second look at what they thought they saw was the skunk ape. Now, I got a question. What size foot are you, Mr. Phoenix?
I'm a 13.
13. Did you know the skunk ape is the same size foot as Shaquille O'Neal?
Are you sure? I think he's a little bit bigger.
No, 17 size foot. Can you imagine having a foot that's 17 inches long?
Right? That is true, because that was on one of the videos that we had set up for our commercial. A guy found a 17 foot footprint on the beach.
Yep.
Wow.
And not to mention the thing is supposed to be 7 feet tall. It's bipedal, so it stands up on 2 legs, and it is very hairy. It is supposed to look like an ape and walk like a man. Now, they also call the skunk ape the swamp man.
Yeah. Or
now,
swamp ape.
Is also because there are swamp areas in the Everglades of Florida, and that's where he mostly gets spotted. Actually, to be honest, this is the statistics that I've looked at.
Okay.
Out of all of the cryptids, and I'm talking Bigfoot, Loch Ness Monster, all of these, that the skunk ape is the one that's second on the most spotted list. Yes, even more spotted than Bigfoot himself,
Oh
which is
yeah,
a
Florida.
crazy thing that people actually travel to Florida and walk up and down the Everglades just at a chance of catching a ape-sized man 7 feet tall. Some say 8 feet,
Mm-hmm.
17-inch foot. I mean, why would you want to see something like that? Look, I'm 3'5". Okay, I would love to be 7 feet tall, but at the
Dude, I'm
same
five
time,
eleven.
but I'm a little afraid of heights, so I probably wouldn't be able to get over. Could you imagine just waking up one morning, going to sleep, and waking up being 7 feet tall? Not no, I couldn't. I would be dizzy. I'd probably get nosebleeds like mad. I don't know how you people can breathe up there. The air is so thin.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, I'm 5'11", aka 4 foot 23. Just wanted to let you know that. Um,
But 23, it's
I am, man. You can't beat that 4 foot 23. Nobody can.
the
But
tallest LP in the world.
heck yeah. So I could just imagine you waking up and being like 8 feet tall, and you put your feet down and fall on your face.
Yeah, I mean, like, my bed's on the ground on purpose, so. Can you imagine? You're getting up, and all of a sudden your knee hits you in the face because you're stepping on.
Right, right. Well, I want to show you something and tell me what you think on this one. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
It's very
That
creepy.
that was creepy.
But at the same time, that didn't look like what we're supposed to see. If you look at that video, it just looks like a primate walking the way
Really?
primates walk. Yeah, on all four, hands and feet. Bigfoot's not supposed to walk like that. It's supposed to walk like you and I walk.
Okay, so if that's the case, let's try this one. Let's see what we find.
Now that is more like a Bigfoot, like a skunk ape. Hell yeah, that was
But I don't know if
crazy.
that's real. But thank you, Bam Jams, for the video. I appreciate that. Um, I don't know. I don't know if that's real. I think that's a costume.
Yeah, costume or not? Well, I couldn't really tell because didn't show it long enough to
Here, let's try one more
see
time. Are
any.
you ready? Put your
Yeah.
spectacles on.
I just I don't
I
know.
don't know. I don't know. If you guys in the comments, let us know what you think. If you think it is,
Yep.
I don't know if it.
Also, I have a question for you.
Oh God.
Out of all of the videos and all of the photos, why is it nobody can take a clear picture of the skunk ape or Bigfoot? I mean, with
Well,
with it being 2025 and technology, come on, this takes the clearest pictures ever. Yes,
okay.
people have these phones, whether it's an iPhone, an Android, whatever. I don't care what you think. A, a camera is clear. So why can't you get a clear video of something walking in the woods? Why is it always
Hold
blurry?
on. Hold on. I have something for you. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. Check this out. This is by Matt M, who was canoeing, and he actually came across something. Let's see what you think. Did you see it?
I saw it, but again, that just proves my point. Did you see how foggy the camera was? Why was the camera foggy?
Why
Why?
did he turn
What?
away though? That's what I want to know.
And not
I'd
only
be on
that,
that thing
why was
steady, man.
yeah? Why shake? You're trying to get a
Well, you're
video
shaking.
of the most. You're trying to get a video of the most elusive creature in the world to prove that it exists. So why are there so many elements against you when it comes to that? And then you got people like ghost hunters, and you got people like that search for Dogman, and you got people that search for the Loch Ness monster, and these they get good evidence proving that there is a significant probability that something is real, that there's something there. But when it
That's
comes to
true.
Bigfoot, it's never clear. It's never a positive, clear picture, video. Not even sounds are clear.
It reminds me of Hellboy when he was spotted on the movie Hellboy, and it was all blurry.
Yeah. But then blows himself out of a window, lands on a car, and boom, now everybody's seen Hellboy. What's up, Skunk Ape? You don't like windows? Shit.
Oh, I don't know. I really have no clue on why we can't get a better picture.
I think I'm going to be remaining a skeptic up until I can see that there is a live professional video. Because,
Well, we do have a video that's a two-parter, so we'll have to break into it, and people can check it out, get a little bit of history, and learn it. I'm going to go to commercial, and I'll start it. But before I
let's do
start
it.
it, we have a special guest as well that will watch with us. A wonderful,
Awesome.
a wonderful deputy in Tennessee, and he does a lot of animal work and everything.
That'd be perfect. So let's
So
get him up.
we will as soon as I get commercial. All right, here we go.
See you then. Hey, what's up? This is me, Minii Vinny. I got some great news. Me and Mr. Phoenix just joined a brand new network called the LBOC Network Podcast. You can watch us here, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, every Friday. See you then.
Hey, hey, hey. So, do you want to
Yes,
introduce our guest?
yes, our guest's name is Chad. He is an officer of the law and he is an animal control expert. Please welcome. How are you
Hey, hey,
doing,
hey.
bud?
How we doing?
We're
We are
doing good.
good.
Good, good.
I see you joined our hat club.
Yeah, the hat club.
Definitely. Gotta rock the fedora now.
Heck
Yep.
yeah, that's the way it is. All right, so Mr. Minnie Vinny, Vinny MG. Everybody wants to know what the MG stands for. What is that? Mini guy?
Micro gangster.
Oh, I thought it was mini guy.
No.
Oh, damn.
Anyways,
Wrong
Chad,
again.
do you have any comments on any of the videos that we've been playing?
Yeah, well the skunk ape, Bigfoot, you get all that. I know that one of the first recordings in Tennessee that was back in 1871. Now around here we call it the Tennessee Wild Man.
Oh.
Yeah. Last reported, actual reported, was back in 2003 in Campbell County. But I also heard, skunk ape. A lot of people are like, why they call it the skunk ape? I heard rotten cabbage, skunk smell. That's where it comes from. And Cherokee Indians really talked about Bigfoot. They called it Sulkaloo. Forgive me if I'm not pronouncing it right. people to
I
church.
know, right? I think I chopped it up too by the Seminoles.
I won't try to
I mean,
pronounce.
up here we have the national park runs into North Carolina. Thousands and thousands of acres that nobody's ever seen. I mean,
Oh.
you talk about why people hasn't seen it and all this stuff. I mean, you got to think about all the different places that it could hide. And one thing where you were talking about before, Vinny, about the shakiness of the camera and why we can't get. I mean, put yourself in the situation of trying to take a picture of something that like that. I mean, you'd be.
Yeah, and then that's another thing is how do these guys get the courage
Yeah,
to hold up a camera?
that's what I'm saying.
See, I get that, but the one thing well, I'm going to play this again because this one right here, number one, it's an up close one. The gentleman is in a canoe, and he's in the middle of the swamp. No human is smart enough to be in the swamp with a standing and walking around with 12-foot plus alligators and water moccasins and everything else. But I mean, if you look at this, it really does honestly look like a skunk ape. The only thing is, why did he pan this way and then go back? That's the only thing I don't understand. Why do they always pan away and come back?
Yeah. Technically, if I were to see a 7-foot hairy creature and I was in a boat, my booty would be out of there so quick that not even the alligators would get a chance to snap at me.
Are you trying to say you would run on water?
I would walk on water. I would fly. I would Peter Pan my booty out of that situation so quick.
All right.
Definitely.
So quick.
Definitely.
Well,
but at the same time, I see what you're saying. Why would you be in a canoe in the middle of the swamp with a camera in the first place? Unless you're planning on seeing something, planning on filming it. That's what a lot of these searchers do. I don't know exactly what to call them, but that's what they do. They go, they put helmets with GoPros attached to them on because you see a 7-foot ape standing in front of you. I mean, are you really gonna pull up a camera and say, "Hey, smile"? I mean, like, no, you're gonna sit there, you're gonna shake, probably pee yourself.
The Florida skunk ape is the latest version of a story that dwells.
I did not mean to cut you off. I apologize. Sorry, everybody. But go ahead, finish what you're doing, and I want to start this video because we got.
Yeah, no. Let's just watch the video because I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I didn't mean to cut you off. Here we go.
In the inner swamps as long as man can remember.
That's crazy.
The skunk ape became part of the folklore of modern-day Florida since its heyday in the 1970s, as sightings peaked when residential construction began moving further into the Everglades. And some of these sightings were highly credible. The reports continue to the present day, with 48 out of 67 counties in Florida documenting sightings since 2010 alone. We are going to take a closer look at historic and modern encounter stories and investigate some of the most famous skunk ape footage. Stories of man-like creatures, or swamp monsters, that inhabit the Everglades and inner swamps of the South have probably existed since man first settled in the bayous and wetlands of Florida thousands of years ago. The tribes of the Seminole and of the Miccosukee, who were pushed out of their traditional homelands in Georgia and Alabama into the remote parts and swamps of Florida in the late 1790s, were the last remaining natives in the region. Both tribes, the Seminole and the Miccosukee, have traditions and legends that reach back many centuries. In both cultures, strange stories exist that speak of a tall and foul-smelling, physically powerful and secretive creature, said to inhabit the inner swamps of the region. The Seminole call the beings Esti Kapkaki, a name which roughly translates to tall and furry man or hairy giant. Seminole and Miccosukee cultures both describe the SKUNK as bipedal, upright walking, hair-covered men who hunt in the swamps and forests, mostly at night.
Ooh.
Seminole legend says the SKUNK was cannibalistic and sometimes attacked lone wanderers and fishermen. The first reports by white settlers occurred shortly after Europeans began to occupy the region. In 1818, local newspapers reported a story from what is now Apalachicola, Florida, that spoke of a man-sized monkey raiding food stores and stalking fishermen along the shore. Some sources even speak of documented events in Florida that date back as far as the 16th century.
Jesus.
In the early 1920s, as the small villages and settlements in southern Florida grew into larger towns, rumors and stories of foul-smelling apes and tall, upright-walking gorillas living in the depths of the Everglades and the swamps began to circulate in the rural areas of Florida.
Look at that. It's blurry, but
In
look at that.
1929, a sighting occurred at the famous and newly constructed Perky Bat Tower in the Florida Keys. Witnesses reported that one night in March 1929, an unknown 8 feet tall, ape-like creature was drawn to the construction site. After inspecting the tower, which had recently been stocked with bats, the creature violently shook the tower, driving off the bats, before running back into the woods. An eyewitness report from 1929 reads as follows. A large, hairy figure stepped out of the trees and walked over to the tower. It must have stood at least 8 feet tall and walked slowly around, staring up and down, and then, here and there, reaching up and pushing at the tower's side with those big hands. At one point, it reached up at the corner and started shaking it a little. I thought the tower would topple over. In the 1940s, as more roads and settlements were constructed in the rural parts of Florida, reports of monkeys and other man-like cryptids multiplied. In 1942, a man in Suwannee County, east of Tallahassee, reported a nearly 7 feet tall, hair-covered creature rushing out from the brush line while he was driving down an isolated road. It was alleged to have grabbed onto his car and beaten on the running board and door for half a mile before jumping off and racing back into the woods. In Putnam County, a first real wave of encounters was documented, beginning in 1947. The small community of Barden in western Putnam County experienced a number of sightings, attacks, and other strange incidents lasting for several years. The story of the so-called Barden Booger began in summer of 1947, as a woman was riding her horse through the woods outside of Barden. She spotted what she first thought was an extremely tall man in a long raincoat, standing in the middle of a pasture. As the man began to run toward her and her horse, she realized that the creature was actually no man, and that the coat was indeed fur.
I could just imagine.
The woman reported that she rode away as fast as possible, but the tall creature chased her and the horse for over a mile through the forest. I see monkeys out here in our woods all the time since I was a child,
Thank
a
you.
lifelong resident of Barden was quoted. The descriptions of the Barden Booger vary. Sometimes the booger is described as looking more human than animal.
That's a
Other
funny
times,
drawing.
he is described as a wild beast resembling a gorilla. In some descriptions, the booger appears to have the face of a caveman. Some say it is the descendant of an escaped circus monkey that grew to a shocking 10 feet tall and now lives in the woods surrounding the town. Consistent are the accounts of a rotten smell that seemed to emanate from the hairy creature. In one story, the stench was so powerful that when a man tried to raise his rifle to shoot the booger, he was unable to maintain enough focus to fire a shot.
Oh, dang.
It was also reported that the Barden Booger killed numerous cats and dogs in and around the village, and people spoke of tall, nightmarish figures peering into the windows of lonely houses at night. The sightings of the booger continued until the 1960s. Today, the small village of Barden remembers the booger as part of its local folklore. In 1957, 3 hunters said that their camp in the Big Cypress National Forest, east of Naples in the southwestern corner of the state, was invaded by a tall, upright walking creature at night. The hunters said the creature was hair-covered and emanated a terrible stench.
And apparently it was a booger.
That was the name before
In the
Skunk Ape.
1960s, a rash of sightings in central Florida occurred around Alachua County and Marion County.
See, I'm close to that.
Oh.
But the real heyday of the skunk ape in Florida began in the 1970s. From the early 1970s onward, reports alleged that large monkeys had invaded homes, stalked people, and killed several pets and livestock, including a horse and a bull. Many local police departments started investigations, and police officers shot at the creatures several times. One report states that a law enforcement officer struck an alleged skunk ape with his car. Especially the years 1974 and 1977 had an extraordinarily high number of encounter stories and reports. Interestingly, the Everglades experienced record droughts and wildfires in both years. Around midnight on January 9th, 1974, a man named Richard Lee Smith slammed his car into something on U.S. Route 27 near Pembroke Pines at the eastern edge of the Everglades. The man told the Florida Highway Patrol that he initially thought he had hit a tall man in dark clothing, but was stunned when a 7 or 8 feet tall, hairy creature lifted itself off the road, roared at him, and charged his car. The man took off in panic. Over the next few hours, drivers in the area reported seeing a limping giant walking along US 27. Officers were dispatched, and at 2:12 a.m., a patrolman reported a huge, hairy creature limping along the road a few miles from the accident scene, before it disappeared into the brush. At dawn, police searched the swamp with 2 helicopters, but failed to find anything. In May of 1974, 2 Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputies, named Marvin Lewis and Ernie Milner, reported that an ape-like creature stalked them through a grove before they shot at it. The incident happened west of Lantana, and the creature grunted and quickly disappeared into the swamp after the deputies shot at it. In June of 1974, a Palm Beach County farmer named Buddy Sterrett said a skunk ape lifted one of his hogs, weighing over 100 pounds, and ripped it to pieces. A few weeks later, on July 20th of the same year, a deputy struck a skunk ape with his car in Broward County. Several attacks on farm animals, such as horses and cows, had been reported the same night in the neighborhood. After the creature was hit by the car, it ran back into the swamps and disappeared. An intense search the next morning ended without results.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we are going to go to commercial on this. Like I said, it's a 2-parter. Yeah, here we go. What do you think so far, guys, before we go to commercial? I mean,
what is the skunk ape? What is he? Is he a hybrid man ape? Is he a caveman that he thought? What is he?
I'm not sure exactly, but I think it's part man, part ape for sure.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got to, as far as animal control, you got to break it down to everything involved. So you got a 7 foot tall, hairy, got red eyes. So red eyes tell me, just like a raccoon, it's got night vision. And like they said in the video, you most time roams around at night. So that red eyes gives it immaculate night vision. And that's probably why a lot of people don't see it.
That is true.
Very true.
Yeah.
All right, let's go on break. Get this commercial, and then we'll be back.
All right, see you in a little bit.
A little bit of coffee, a little bit of fun, kicking off the day, everybody come. Perk up your ears, hear the latest buzz. Grab your mug, join the morning fuss.
Hey, everybody. We are back.
That is a great show. A little bit of coffee, podcast.
Oh, yeah. Monday morning. Matter of fact,
Yeah.
dogs are,
Sorry,
are
everybody. Jeremy's got a puppy. Mr. Phoenix has a puppy that just
it ticks
likes
off the
to steal the
Chihuahua.
show.
It likes stealing the show and then ticks off the Chihuahua. And the Chihuahua is like a crabby old lady. And she thinks that it's one of those, like how the old lady is like, you dang whippersnappers, stop running in the yard.
It's always the little dogs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, never a big dog.
She's mighty. It's crazy, but she literally, I'm sorry, but she's bitchy.
Well, they always said dynamite comes in small packages, so
Yeah, she's bit him. She's bit him like 2 or 3 different times, making him, and he's part Rottweiler and Pit, and she's made him yelp and cry. I'm like, stop
I'm
it.
part grenade, part TNT. You better
Yeah.
believe it. And I got a short fuse.
Vinny, you're part Roman candle for some reason. I guess you brighten the day, but one of those poppers.
I still go boom in the night. So, back to the skunk ape.
Yes.
I was thinking. Remember when I said it could be some kind of caveman that thought? That's not entirely far fetched. I mean, with the heat and everything that's been going on past few years, and the giant heat waves that have been coming through, and ice caps and the polar caps melting.
Are you talking
There
about
have been some discoveries of some sea life and some land life that was supposed to be extinct that is roaming around. So I don't think it's as far-fetched as it sounds. I mean, cavemen were the first bipedal, half ape, half man beings to roam on 2 legs.
What if we all were like that? And this guy and the skunk ape and Bigfoot and stuff got frozen and, like you said, thawed out.
Maybe Bigfoot's not Bigfoot. Maybe Bigfoot's an ancestor of ours that we just accidentally de-thawed.
yeah.
Isn't that relative that we've know that he exists, but we just don't want to invite him to Christmas?
Yeah, the skunk ape would be that guy you don't want showing up in your 3x3 trailer.
Yeah, the frozen thing is, oh man, I just had a thought about it. There's a guy in Alaska that's got land and they dig and they found mammoths frozen. And I mean, literally they're perfect. I mean, like they were alive yesterday, but they were frozen.
Yeah.
So I could pretty much get aboard with that. I mean, look, you know what they say about frogs, that you could put a frog in the freezer and freeze it.
Yep.
And then
then de-thaw it and it'll be perfectly fine.
And look at the fish. Look at the fish, especially up there in the north. They get frozen during the winter. And then in the summer, they thaw out and they just swim away.
See, that's what gators are too. Gators are that way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. They gators are known to just leave their snout just above the water.
Mm-hmm. And freeze.
And they're there all winter.
Yeah, we have to tell a lot of the tourists to not try to help them. They're not freezing to death. They're not trapped. Leave them alone.
I mean, you want to lose an arm, all power to you. But I see a dinosaur with his head popping out of the swamp. You think I'm going to go help? And no, you would think that way. So you're okay.
Come on, Vinny. But you'd want to.
Yeah, but I can definitely get on board with the frozen idea. That's something I never even thought about. That's awesome. I love that thought, though.
That is a very big possibility.
Yeah,
Yeah, and the more you think about it, the more it makes sense. They're
Yeah.
primitive beings and hunt, and they use the land to their advantage. Sometimes something like what we would have done 50 billion, who knows, years ago. So it's not as far fetched as it sounds, to be honest. It could be what a caveman was. It could be a hybrid animal. It could be something paranormal. It's just one of those things that you want to know more about, but it just wants to stay private and mysterious, and that's just how it's
Right.
going to be.
Yeah. Well, Vinny, I was thinking about your thing before, and you said now we have cell phones, have cameras on us all the time, but you got to think about it. Like I said before, the last known sighting in Tennessee was in Campbell County in 2003. In 2003, we didn't have camera phones.
No, but we did have camcorders,
Right.
and we had HD.
Right. Who and really, I mean, who goes out in the woods anymore and spends all that much time out there anyway?
Yeah, exactly.
The crazies.
Exactly.
And,
I
and,
wouldn't
yeah,
do
and
that.
they probably got crappy phones, and that's why we're getting them distorted photos.
Yeah. Right,
And
right.
them damn Androids. I mean iPhone.
Yeah, those rotten
Yeah.
apples.
Yeah.
Sorry, everybody. I'm against Apple. I will say it right now. I'm straight Samsung.
I'm just a cell phone fiend. I have an Apple. I have an Android. I have Windows. I have a Nokia. I have the very first cell phone that I
Oh, I
ever
remember the
got.
bricks. Yeah,
Yeah, I
we
still
found
got it. you know?
that's hilarious. The
Yeah.
bricks are so funny. They've made really good weapons.
They do. They're very good items to throw. That
Yep.
are heavy enough to do some damage with. I'm wondering if you were to throw that at Bigfoot, would it hurt him?
No, he'd probably catch it and call a skunk ape.
Probably.
Call for backup.
Call for backup. Yep.
What would you think
Call
that?
his Yeti cousin and his Florida skunk ape cousin.
Right? Hey, let's check this other rest of this video out real quick, and then we will go into some questions, and I think we have an interview too, a special interview.
Oh, a special interview. Nice.
All right. Well, here's this. Let's get
In September of the same year, a security guard from Wellington by the name of Carrie Cantor.
I'm still learning the controls. Why is it not on the screen?
There we go.
There it is. I'm learning it. Everybody.
Sorry, everybody. We got
Our producer's having some issues, and I'm still learning controls.
Shot a large monkey-like animal after it approached him from out of the
What
woods
happens when you
and
have an
ignored his
Android?
commands to stop.
No,
The
it's
wounded
Apple.
creature ran back into the brush. Dozens, if not hundreds, of similar cases occurred throughout the 70s. One case from 1977 is especially remarkable and gained some publicity back in the day, as a family was terrorized by an alleged skunk ape for weeks,
Fort
until the
Lauderdale,
family was
right down the
finally
road.
scared off their property and left. On July 14th of 1977, Stockman and his 13-year-old son were collecting bottles in the mangroves behind their home when they first caught sight of an enormous 8 or 9 foot tall skunk ape.
That picture, man.
The man later described the being as huge, with wide shoulders. He said it had long fur all over, and it stank like a dirty, wet dog. The noise the creature made was a high-pitched wailing.
Probably stumped his toe.
Stockman cleared 30 feet of brush from around his home, but the
It's big
overpowering
enough.
stench persisted for days.
Living in
A
the
few
swamp,
nights
you're
later,
gonna stink.
Mrs. Stockman woke up when she saw a big, hair-covered man peeking through the window of her bedroom.
That's creepy.
The next week,
Probably wanted to
local
take
law
a
enforcement
shower.
received a call about a massive creature crouched beneath the cover of a shed on the Stockman property. The Monroe County Sheriff's Department started an investigation. There is definitely a problem there. These people are
Those
truly
things are
scared to
fun to
death,
ride on.
an officer
I've
I haven't
reported.
yet. I live here, and I haven't done it yet.
Mrs. Stockman fled the property with their 3 children after catching a glimpse of the creature 30 feet outside of her bedroom window at daytime.
She saw
Charles
deuces.
Stockman stayed in the family's house for 3 more weeks, before finally rejoining his family in Dade County after several nocturnal encounters.
She pulled a
The
Vinny.
Stockmans never returned to the Florida Keys. The case garnered local and national attention back in 1977.
Damn, this thing's old.
Other stories from Florida followed through the summer of 1977. In August, 2 workers reported seeing a 7-foot-tall, hairy, ape-like creature sipping water from a lake on a golf course near Delray Beach, and notified
Booty
Palm Beach
cheeks
County
hanging
Animal
out.
Control.
Everybody to
Many
see.
other stories followed in the 80s, 90s, and 2000s, and have basically never stopped. As a best-known footage of the Florida skunk ape might be a clip shot in the year 2000 by Dave Shealy,
Right
who became
here.
the probably most well-known researcher of the skunk ape today.
And that's a swamp. So no man's going to be walking around.
Today,
in that.
he runs the
That's
skunk
a
ape
skunk
headquarters
Especially that
near
fast.
Ochapi in Collier County. The footage shot by Shealy is indeed remarkable. The speed of the creature in the video appears to be extraordinary, especially when you consider that the wetlands of the Everglades are filled with alligators and snakes.
Right?
Another video with a well-documented backstory that shows human-like figures deep in the swamps of Florida is the Brown thermal footage. The clip was shot by researcher Stacy Brown and his father near the Apalachicola River in northwest Florida.
It looked like Minecraft.
A clip that again shows a tall, human-like figure walking through alligator and snake-infested swamp water is the so-called Lettuce Lake Park footage, recorded
this
at a
is the
park
one
in
I showed
Hillsborough
you.
County. Let's take a look at the clip for a short moment.
You see? He's drinking. He didn't
You
have
we
a.
got a Bigfoot enthusiast or researcher in the chat, in the comments. Welcome.
Oh, that's super cool. Hi, everybody.
That is insane.
That is awesome.
That is crazy.
See, he didn't have no tumbler. He had to use his hand.
Yeah.
In the
Look,
beginning of the
right
clip,
there.
it appears that the creature was disturbed while drinking swamp water. As mentioned before, the figure in the video then walks through the deep water of the swamp, showing no concern for alligators or snakes. The creature also appears to be quite tall, given the depth of the water.
Wow. That is crazy.
One place that appears to have become a hotspot of skunk ape encounters in the last 2 decades is the Myakka River State Park in Sarasota County.
There it is.
Also, the perhaps most shocking photos of a skunk ape or Bigfoot-like creature ever were taken near the park.
Okay. I'm taking this off
The
screen.
creature
so
in the
they can
photos
watch
was dubbed the
some of this,
Myakka
okay?
skunk ape.
Alright.
Let's take a closer look at the photos and the story behind them. On December 22nd of 2000, the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office received an anonymous letter containing 2 photographs depicting a large, ape-like creature. The author of the
Thank
letter claimed to be
you.
an elderly woman who reported that the creature had been stealing apples from her back porch near Interstate 75. She feared it might be an escaped orang-utan that could harm her family.
That is creepy.
The author of the letter also mentioned that the alleged orang-utan made deep whoomp noises and that it had an awful smell that lasted for a while in the backyard. The author stated that the photos were originally shot in late September or early October of 2000. Legend has it that the letter and the photos were passed around in the sheriff's department for a few weeks before a member of the Animal Control Division handed them to Florida Bigfoot researcher and cryptozoologist Lauren Coleman, who was the first to scan and reproduce the photos at high quality.
Okay.
Coleman and a fellow researcher named David Barkasy tried to locate the place where the photos were recorded, but were never able to find out who shot or developed the photos. This map shows the possible location, according to Coleman and Barkasy. The Myakka skunk ape photos, despite the fact that they are known to the public for more than 20 years, never have been debunked as a hoax.
Ooh.
The creature in the photos shows a remarkable change of facial expression between the two images, something which very likely indicates that we are not looking at a costume or a puppet in these photos.
See, I told you he's real.
Also, the muscles of the arms and shoulders clearly appear to change between the photos, an effect that should be extremely hard to recreate if the photos are a hoax. In the first picture, the muscles appear to be relaxed, while they are visibly flexed in the second photo. As in the Patterson-Gimlin film, the only way to produce such an effect would be to glue hair on a naked body with visible muscle movement. But in both cases, Patty and the Mayaka skunk ape, the morphology and the anatomical structure of the creatures eliminate this possibility.
The Wawa made me pee a little.
Also, the clear details of the mouth and the upper face of the creature make it very unlikely that we are looking at a mask or a dummy in these pictures. Another astonishing detail in the photos is the size of the creature. In its hunched position, the creature appears to be smaller than it likely is. But there is a way to get a better understanding of its size, which could indeed be enormous. When we scroll down to the bottom of the photos, we can see what appears to be a foot. We can see 3 or 4 toes on the foot. We even can see the toenails of the creature. The foot appears to look ape-like and very realistic.
I don't know about you, but if I saw Bigfoot,
So, here's the knee of the creature that is sitting in a hunched position. This here is the lower part of its leg, and here is the foot. That means the creature is extremely tall and huge, if it were to stand upright.
Wow, that's an interesting
The author
fact.
of the original letter
Thank you
estimated
for
the
that.
size of the creature from 6.5 to 7 feet tall, in a kneeling position, which sounds pretty wild. But a height of 7.5 feet for the creature, when standing upright, appears to be realistic. In the second picture, we can still see 2 of the toes of the foot, while the creature is about to stand up, and pushes itself up from the ground. In this picture, we also can see the toenails clearly. Again, these are astonishing details, when you consider this to be a costume of some sort.
That's real. That's gotta be.
All of this, the many realistic details, the change in facial expression, the size of the creature, and the backstory of the photos, make it very likely that we are indeed looking at a real skunk ape in these photos.
See? All right, everybody.
Wow.
I told you.
Ohio Bigfoot Research, thank you for the information that you've been giving us. That's very interesting.
Thank you for showing up,
Sasquatch
too.
all over the world. I totally agree. Just like there's dogmens all over the world. Just like there's different paranormal ghosts or anything else. You know, everybody has to have their own, I would say, cryptid or paranormal event. It's something that's real. And that's the only way to explain it. It is real.
It is.
Everybody has an experience, whether it's in their head or not. To them, it's real, and you can't tell them no, it's not real because you don't know. You weren't there. Well,
You know, just for fun, okay, I came across something. I got an email, and it came to me, and I just wanted to show you. Are you ready for this?
yeah.
All right, check this out.
That skunk ape y'all keep asking about? Yeah, he's known him around here. A genuine, grade A dumbass. Look, if skunk ape shows up at your cookout, just let him talk. He burns out faster than a citronella candle in a hurricane. I ain't kidding. Skunk ape? Man, smells like a diaper full of shit. Shit, I seen bullfrogs back away from him. That ain't right.
All right, cut the cameras off. I gotta drop some swamp weight and swing by Rhonda's mud hole.
See, that's Bigfoot. Bigfoot doesn't even like the skunk ape, his relative. How did you do that?
Sorry everybody for my goofy friend, Mr. Phoenix, and his funny videos. We are serious about what we do on this show. But
sure.
like everybody, we need to have a little bit of humor to break up seriousness, or we sound crazy.
And I really appreciate Kyle being here. That is super cool. I don't know what now. Oh my! He has here. Check this out.
Wow, that's amazing. Over 18 times.
Nice.
Wow, you must send us some of your evidence.
Yes, we definitely would like to work on the Bigfoot next time, and you can email us. Actually, if I can
And
look
if you would like, you can
what
also
plan.
be on the show.
Yes, we can also bring you on the show as well. That's true. But yes, check it down. Minnie Vinny and Mr. Phoenix Show at gmail.com. If you have any kind of evidence or anything you would like to talk about, get a hold of us. You can also later, we got Monday mornings. There's a little bit of coffee every Monday morning, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. And our wonderful guest, Chad, who has become a super friend of ours.
Yes.
It's going to be December 1st. He's going to be interviewed on a little bit of coffee.
Love to have you guys enjoy come to the show and enjoy our conversation. We're going to talk about animal control and everything that we do to try to help the animals and the people that have animals. So please come in December 1st, listen to the podcast. You'll enjoy it. I promise.
Heck
I have
yeah.
a question for our animal control expert here.
Go ahead.
If you were to come across, let's say a Bigfoot, how would you deal
How
with
would you?
that situation?
Yeah.
Most likely, I did dispatch for 6.5 years with our local law enforcement, and I had one Bigfoot call. I actually had one in the 6.5 years I was there. And that time we just sent a deputy out to just drive through, see if he seen anything. And he didn't, of course, probably because, it's not going to hang around. But if we seriously had something really important like that, we would probably get a hold of the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, TWRA. They do anything wildlife or anything like that. And to me, I would consider Bigfoot being wildlife. So that's who we would contact. And of course, I would love to tag along with that investigation.
Oh man, how tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
You're 5'10".
Yeah.
So you're 4'22", because I'm 4'23". And could you just imagine about 8 foot tall, and you're like looking up? Just Vinny, even Vinny.
I would get a sore neck. This would be me.
You wouldn't even come to his ankle.
I wouldn't come to most people's ankle.
Oh, that's
Do you
true.
know how bad feet smell from my point of view? I could count all the fungus on your toes without you even bending down.
That's true. So, are you ready? I've got this interview. Are you ready for this?
Oh, we got an interview. Let's do it.
Here we go.
Hey, y'all. It's me, the Skunk Ape, coming to you live from the heart of the Everglades. Don't mind the smell. That's just my natural cologne. This here is my favorite spot to cool off and watch the airboats go by, and most folks never even spot me unless they catch a whiff first. Some folks think I'm scary, but really, I just like a good laugh. Sometimes I toss a cypress cone just to hear the humans squeal.
I've been here forever. If you spot glowing eyes in the mist, that's just me, maybe hunting for a midnight snack.
That's it for today. Want more swamp secrets? Stick around. Skunk Ape out.
See, that was great. Skunk Ape made an appearance himself.
Well, then, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt anybody here, but Ohio Bigfoot researcher, if you could look up our Facebook page and add us. We are the Minnie Vinny with Mr. Phoenix at Facebook.com too. And we do have a Facebook page, a group page, that you can come and you can follow us. You will get updates on all the shows we do. And also, you will be able to contact us easily on Facebook Messenger and talk to us. We would love to have you on the show. We would love to see some of the videos and photos that you have and talk more about Bigfoot and Skunk Ape.
Oh yeah, I'd like to talk about the Bigfoot and Bigfoot versus Skunk Ape. I mean, we just did Skunk Ape right now. We know the difference. The biggest difference is the smell, and I would imagine being in the swamp would really.
I mean, how much the guy is covered in hair, right? So
yeah.
How much conditioner you think he goes through? That's just a lot of hair to wash.
See,
anyways,
just like the dog man.
Thank you for watching our show. This is the Minnie Vinny with Mr. Phoenix show. Our good friend, Mr. Chad. We love you. We appreciate you. Until next time, let's talk paranormal.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. This has been an LBOC podcast production.
Morning sun, coffee chime.